Good morning, everybody. This is Amy from Mimi's Stitchery. Today is Sunday, March 19th. This is Flosetube number 82. If you've just stumbled across my channel, you've stumbled across a channel all about cross stitch, sometimes knitting, sometimes sewing. Today I have primarily cross stitch, but a couple knitting updates as well. I will put them to the end. So if that's not what you're here for, you can peace out after the cross stitch. How is everybody? I am super excited today. I'm almost jumping out of my skin because I only have a couple more work days until I'm on a break. I work the early part of this coming week, and then I'm off for a chunk of time, at which time I'm going to head to Pittsburgh to the Steel City Stitchers Retreat. Sorry, my hair's like wild today. Yep. I'm excited. My mom and I are going. My husband's traveling with, and I'm going to meet my friend Tiffany from Black Cat X Stitchery down there. I'm going to see Hannah and Corinne and Colleen. I think Colleen's going. Yeah, I'm excited to go. Last year, it was my first retreat that I had ever been to, and I was nervous as all get out and didn't want to go. Almost backed out at the last minute. I'm glad I didn't. I've met a lot of friends through the community now, and I'm very much looking forward to my retreats this year. So I'm looking forward to going. So I thought I'd try to get a floss tube up today. Sundays are not my best day looks wise because I'm tired typically on Sundays. I've just put in a couple 11-hour days. Or 10 or 11-hour days, and it's clinical days, so you're on your feet all day. And anyway, you get the drill, right? I'm not young anymore, so sorry for that. However, for those of you that are new around here, sort of a life thing. I had a severe reaction to makeup I was wearing several weeks ago now. I want to say almost a month ago, maybe. And now every time I try to put on makeup, my skin just instantly does not feel good. So I have not worn makeup now in over a month. It's kind of liberating to have an excuse not to wear makeup. But I think in some ways it makes you more self-conscious if you're used to wearing at least a little makeup to cover some imperfections. Makes you a little more self-conscious. So yeah, it's kind of like when I grew out my gray hair. I'm going through another transition. And now I'm not self-conscious about my hair anymore. I actually like my gray hair. I get lots of compliments on my gray hair. Even when it's wild on days like today. Yeah. So I think the makeup thing's just going to be another transition for me as I age. But good news is I just got a clean bill of health from my doctor. My labs are all good. I could use to drop a little weight. Couldn't we all? But other than that, everything looks great. So here I am at 55 and still going strong. So much better than I thought it was ever going to be when I was growing up. So here you go. So yeah, welcome if you're new. I've had an uptick in new subscribers, so welcome. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. It's something to be said for commitment, because some of my floss tubes, I don't even watch my videos over because I know there's times when I'm all over the place. And today, because I'm super excited because I'm almost on break, I'm probably going to be all over the place. So we'll see how it goes. I have WIPs. I don't feel like I have a ton of stitching to show you. I do have several WIPs. I don't know that I got a ton done on anything. Relatively speaking, it was a hugely busy week for me at work. And when I got home, I found that I was knitting more than stitching because it doesn't require as much brain power, if you get my drift. So I did a little more of that. That's why I have 2 knitting WIPs to show you instead of just one, because I have one that I'm working on consistently every week. The goal is to get this done this year. Sorry, I need a little drink. I had a birthday last week, so I have some in my own haul, and then I have some birthday haul that was sent to me. Some of it I'm not going to show you because some of it was candy. It's already been eaten. Some of it was teas. It's already been drunk. And some I think I've already put to use. I won't be seeing everything. I have a pair of slippers that you won't be seeing because they're in the wash. Absolutely love them though. Jill, if you're watching, the slippers you gave me for my birthday, absolutely love them. Wear them almost every day. So they're in the wash. I won't be able to show you those, but I got lots of cool stuff for my stitchy friends. And actually, I forgot to grab one from behind me. I'm trying to see if I put anything else around, but I don't have it all, but I have a lot of it, so we'll see. Other thing I did was I texted Tiffany, Black Cat Accessory. If you haven't checked her out, you should. She makes awesome bags. I texted her, said, I think I'm going to do a floss tube before Steel City and see if any of my viewers are going to be at Steel City, and if there's any WIPs that they want to see close up, I'm going to make sure to take them. Because I'm having trouble deciding what to take. So I thought that would be a good way to decide what to take. And then I figured Crafty U's there, so if I really am not feeling what I've got, I can always kit something up through Crafty U. Anyway. Tiffany's response was, well, I want to see all of your WIPs close up. So I think I'm bringing all my WIPs with me to Steel City. All 31 of them. And I have most of them packed up and ready to go. So there you have it. So let's get on to WIPs, shall we? I'm really... Okay, WIP Go. I haven't even worked on my March WIP Go yet. I have really been into stitching what I want to stitch. I've kind of set WIP Go aside at the moment. Yeah, I think it's typical for me to set it aside at this time of the year. Not sure why, but I told Gail from Gail's Gold Needle this morning that it seems like I get to March, it's with all good intentions, but then I get to March and it ends up going to the wayside because I just get to the point where I just want to stitch what I want to stitch. So I think I'm just that kind of stitcher, and I should probably just stop trying to do all these challenges and things, because although I watch people like Candace K makes tons of progress on her full coverage using challenges. I believe she belongs to Full Coverage Fanatics and some other full coverage. And I long for that kind of progress. The challenges just don't motivate me. So I just don't think I'm that kind of stitcher. I think I need to start embracing that and stop trying to expect different things from myself. And I think I'd probably be more productive. But anyway, I was feeling my full coverage game this week. I pulled out Stitching Shelf. This is artwork by Amy Stewart. This is stitched 2/1 tent on 28 count. Easy guide, easy grid, I forget what it's called. I am nowhere near as far along on this as I'd like to be. That's why I want to get it out more often. Sorry, all the threads, look at all the threads. So what I decided to do was keep working down this side. And here is the bottom of the shelf right here, right in these two squares. So I want to work all the way down and then start working it across. So I have started parking so that I can pick these up and start working across. But this is where I am. Absolutely love this piece. And would love to put it back on in my little hoop and be stitching it again. You know, I really have been feeling, hold on while I pull my cart back over. I've really been feeling my full coverage game as of late. Hence, I also had out, let me see if I can get it out of here. I had out my oldest WIP, which is also full coverage. For those of you that are old or new here, this will be no shock because I show it in almost every floss tube. This is Lost No More. This is my oldest WIP, a Dimensions Gold kit that I started back in the 90s and then put away while I raised kids and then brought out in the last couple years to work on it. I really wanted to get it done last year. It just did not happen. I worked great guns on it, and then... I burn out on it and then I put it away. But I've been working here. I'll show it to you full on. So there you go. Working mostly on this side. This is the back side of a sheep right here. So I was working on his knee, filling in here, down, and now I'm filling in this area here so I can continue to move over and up. But he's looking good. Looking very good. I don't have my tablet here. I did end up getting the electronic pattern from Simplicity.com, who owns the Dimensions kits now. Because my paper pattern being from the 90s, after being folded and refolded and refolded and refolded, I couldn't read parts of it anymore. So I asked them for the electronic version. They had me send pictures to verify what kit I had. And to show them fabric floss and everything, and then they sent it to me. So it is on Pattern Keeper, and I believe I'm at 74% at the moment, but I don't recall. I know it is super close to 75%. But there's that. Oh, I only have 3 more WIPs. Other WIP I was stitching on was Cinnamon Stars. This is, so a group of us were at StitchCon last year, and we decided for StitchCon this year we wanted to get Cinnamon Stars almost done so that we can complete it all together at the retreat at StitchCon. And I decided that I needed to get moving on this thing because I had hardly anything done on it. So I pulled that out, worked on the pumpkins, worked on this side of the house. I'll continue to work on that probably this week leading up to the retreat. I'm not sure what I will work on in the retreat yet. I did do, so this is one of my birthday presents. This was a project bag made for me by Kelly. I met her at StitchCon last year, and now we get together, a group of us get together every Wednesday night for stitching time on Zoom. We have a ball. We just have a blast. If we all live closer, I think we would get together every week in person to stitch. But I'm in New York. Tiffany's in Pennsylvania. The rest of the girls are all over Ohio. And I get the impression that some of them aren't right next door to each other either. So, but yeah, Kelly made me this bag. It says, sorry for what I said while we were trying to park the camper. As you guys know, if you've been here for any distance, my husband and I are RVers, and we're working towards backing off of full-time work in the next 4 years so that we can be out in our RV and traveling more. So that's quite appropriate. This is my new start, my birthday start. It's And a Forest Grew. And I believe I showed this to you on my last Flosetube, my start. I did work on it a couple more days. Look at the inside of this bag. I have to show you. I absolutely love this. The dragonflies. You see them? Absolutely beautiful. I had said that my favorite colors were blues and greens. And didn't she just... And she included the rest of this fabric in the box too for me to use for finishing. I believe. I think so. But here you go. I just love the bag. Thanks again, Cal. Absolutely love it. All right. I've got that. I am stitching this on 36 count mushroom by XJU Design. And I started in the center tree motif. So let's talk about this for a minute. I'm not doing the charted verse in here. I'm going to do a verse. It's going to be a verse regarding family, faith. I haven't chosen my verse yet. As soon as I decide what verse I'm going to put there, I will chart it. And then there's a little tree right here that has more of a verse in there. And I haven't decided what to do with that one yet. It does say, know that plants, trees, lovers of others besides himself, loves others besides himself. He that plants trees loves others besides himself. So I may leave that in there. But this is where I'm at. I got all the way around and was starting to work on the trunk. I'd like this to come back out regularly. For those of you that were around last year, I started out on WIP Go, and then I ended up ditching WIP Go, and then what I did after that was I started that rotation that I had for my full coverage where I would get 1,000 stitches in and then move on to another full coverage, and then that and 2 other pieces would be in my rotation every week, so everything got a few days. I think I'm going back to that. I actually made the most progress in my stitching when I did it that way. I also gave more projects more time. And everything ended up getting work done, if that makes sense. And I think I'd like to keep doing that. So the more I'm talking about WIPs, that's what's coming to mind now. The last WIP I have to show you is my Sunday stitch with Gail from Gail's Golden Needle. Hannah's already finished, joined us on this stitch along and already finished all of them. This is the Bear by Cottage Garden Samplings. I am stitching this on 40 count Earl Grey by Grace Notes Fabrics. And we did some work on it this morning. This will get some more work today. So last Sunday, I stitched more down in here and filled in and outlined some things here. And then this morning I've been filling in these areas. My hope is to get a lot of his upper body done today. We'll see how it goes. I know my husband and I have to go grocery shopping. Yeah, and he's at the church this morning working the soundboard. So there's that. I'm looking for my book so I can find this. Let me do knitting last. That way if people want to piece out, they can. I'm going to do a little haul. So this wasn't haul, but this was a card I received from Gail at Gail's Golden Needle. Beautiful card, right? And she made me this bookmark out of felt. It's very pretty. Thanks, Gail. I absolutely love it. I've been waiting to put it in my book until I showed it on Flosetube, so now I can do that. I'm just going to show you some beautiful cards I got for my birthday. This is from Kelly. I believe she made this, maybe. I think she did. I'm pretty sure she did. Yeah, beautiful. This is from Lori. It made me laugh. All my cards were either very beautiful or made me laugh. These ladies are good friends. This is from Jill, who gave me the awesome slippers, among other things. You guys, if you do not know and you're new here, I have a yellow lab named Ralph. And this one is from Erin. That looks just like my dog, Erin. And here's another one. This one's from Ellen. Thank you, Ellen, for wishing me a happy birthday. And this is from Gail. Gail, and I forgot to grab what Gail made me for my birthday. Hold on. She made me this little needle book. Again. It's beautiful. Little needle book. Erin made me this little pillow. Erin, this is going into our camper the minute we start loading it up for the season, which should be in the next several weeks. This year we're not traveling as much. Our daughter is getting married in August. There's a lot going on between June, July, and August in regard to her wedding. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to actually find a place to park our camper for the month of July and stay away from home for the month of July because I have off for most of that month. Yeah, but this is going to go in the camper as soon as we get that out and going. I also got these towels, and I'm not showing you anywhere near everything. I know I'm missing something, so girls, don't be offended. Some stuff is already in use and already eaten and drank. So, but I got towels for my camper. Lori sent me, among other things, she sent me a pattern by Pickle Barrel Designs, which I had never heard of them, and I'm kind of excited. It's called Cape Cod Christmas, and I believe it's charted as a full coverage. Yep. But it's cute. Very cute. She also sent me some Peacemaker needles, which, you know, we can always use needles, right? But yes, I have some Peacemaker needles. I don't remember who gave me all of this, to be honest with you. Somebody sent me a finishing ribbon, which is a red buffalo check. And what's cute about this is it has a black pom-pom edge on it. Super cute. And I got some flosses. These are hand dyed by Rulanda. And I actually think one of these I picked out to do in my stitch along with Hannah Dowling and a bunch of other floss tubers. Tomorrow, I believe, picked her person on Flosetube Friends, and she wants a teal dress, and I do believe I picked out one of these to do her teal dress. I think I picked this one. But yep, these are nice. This one's more blue. This one also could be either teal or blue, but reads more blue to me. This one reads more teal, and it's nicely variegated, and I think it'll look great on her dress. I also got, and I believe these were from Lori, maybe. I got some dinky dyes. Love dinky dye. And look at those. Aren't those cute? Very nice. And then Jen, I remember this one. Jen sent me, this was one of my charts on my wish list. This is Elizabeth Isles, $17.99. This is what Lindy Stitches always called in her floss tube when she was working on it, Angel Fancy Pants. She stitched the whole thing. She put a different verse in here, or a different, I think it was a quote in here. And she made her angels multicultural. My fall in love part of this is this geode bird right here, and the fact that Lindy Stitches always called it Angel Fancy Pants. I love the idea of bringing this border up and just getting rid of that verse and having that border continue here, kind of similarly to this. Changing the colors of these pink flowers to something different, and maybe changing the baby blue, and then having the geode bird in there with some angel, with some of the cherubs, and I would also make them multicultural, but I think that would be fun to stitch. But I definitely would mimic this, bring this bottom up to here and just cut out the verse altogether. And I'm looking at this now, and the thought that runs through my head is to kit this up and take it with me to Steel City. So we'll see what I do with that. So thank you everybody that wished me happy birthday, everybody that sent me stitchy kindness. I truly appreciate it. I felt truly special and loved. And then last Saturday I got a snow day from work, which was super nice. I ended up going to Hobby Lobby. It was the first time I'd been to Hobby Lobby in, I want to say, a year. I had not had time to go to Hobby Lobby in a long time. And I'm trying not to buy as much stuff, so there's that. But I get to Hobby Lobby, and don't they have all their cross-stitch kits in crazy clearance? So I'm just going to show you. I got this Dimensions kit because my husband liked it for his office for $4.24. I got this one also for my husband. This is not a Dimensions, this is a Design Works kit for $9.49. My husband's a car guy. But look at this one. This is a Dimensions Gold. I got this for $8.24. Sorry about the glare. It is the Christmas scene. I'm hoping you can see that. It's one of the ones I've wanted for a long time. And now I have it. So I have been trying not to buy for my stash because honestly, and Gail and I were just talking about this morning. I'm sorry, I keep bumping the desk. I feel like I have enough here to stitch for the rest of my life, just with gifts that I get between birthday and Christmas time. And that is fairly true. If you can see behind me over there, behind my hung up finishes, I have a whole wall of fancy floss. I have a whole DMC stash. I have fabric. I belong to Grace Notes Fabrics, Fabric of the Month, which I will remain in that, and I have fabric stash here. I have enough to stitch. So I've been trying not to buy things. But when you run across kits that are that price cut, I have a hard time not just picking them up. That being said, now I want to start a palooza and just start. Because I've already I did a video of all my kitted projects. That is on my channel. So go look for that if you want to know that. I have plenty kitted up that I could be stitching for a long time. I am at 31 WIPs at the moment. I watch, who was I watching this morning? I'm going to have to look because I'm totally blanking right now. I always watch her and I'm not sure why I'm blanking on her name at the moment. It's not the Kitten Stitcher. Oh, the Kindred Stitcher. And Lisa Smith, the Kindred Stitcher, and I was watching her Flosetube this morning, and it just reminded me, she didn't talk about this on this Flosetube, but she's talked about it in previous ones. She usually has like 2 major projects going at one time, and she swaps in between them until one of them's done. I won't do that to that degree because I have full coverages that I want to work on, and I want to do that 1,000 stitch rotation. But having a full coverage to do 1,000 stitches on, and then having 2 other projects that you're going in between, I think that's a good plan. And last year, when I was doing that plan, that worked out really well. I got the most finishes I've ever gotten. I do have some smaller projects still in the works. I could easily pick one of them out and finish them and get my WIP count down. Yeah. So I think I'm going back to the way I used to do it because that's just where I feel my wheelhouse. And if my stitchy bug leaves, then I don't feel the pressure because I'm behind on something like WIP Go. So there's that. Okay, so if you were only here for the cross stitch and you don't want to see the knitting, it's 2 quick knitting WIPs, then peace out and take care of yourself. And I will see you next time. And thanks for joining me. If you're here for the knitting and you're down for that, I will show you, for those of you that have been here, I've been working on a Hue Shift Afghan. I started this about a year or 2 ago. I saw it on X Stitch MD. She was working on it. The pattern's available at Knit Picks. I got the kit from Knit Picks in the Bejeweled tone. Is it Bejeweled? Yeah, the Jewel colorway. They have several different colorways available. I believe they still have the kit on their website. This Afghan is worked in quarters. So I'll show you the first quarter that I have done, and you'll have to excuse the dog for, I have a yellow lab. Do I need to say that again? This is the first quarter that I got done. And I'm working on the second of the 4 quarters. Let me put that aside. And I have just a little bit of ones. I'm trying 2 squares a week. I just need to finish. This is the second quarter, and I'm making headway. This is my second square for the week, so you see I only have a little corner of that left to do. And then my goal, and that'll get done today, and then these 2 squares will be this coming week. I'm absolutely loving it. It's a cool, easy stitch, and now that I'm working on it regularly, I don't have to reteach myself the stitch every time, because that's what was happening. My other knit project is my footy socks that I am making for my daughter. I was able to knit on these through a couple of meetings. I've started to put in my light bulb markers. I put one in every, can you see those there? Every 10 rows. So I need 60, I think it's 64 rows or 65 rows to make the foot, but I'm working my way down the foot. This is the first time I've ever made footy socks. I thought they would go faster, and they are going faster than if I had to knit the whole leg. But I find that I keep forgetting to take these with me. So at work on lunch, I'm not knitting on them because I keep taking them out of my bag, and then I forget to put them back in my bag. I probably should just leave them in my car. But this is usually my lunchtime stitch, or when I have downtime at work or I'm in a meeting. I knit, and they're easy to take along. I'd love to get these done and cast on another pair of socks and see, because I think gradually I'm getting faster at knitting socks. Like, I will take them with me today. I will knit them on the drive to grocery shopping. I will knit them on the drive home from grocery shopping. And if I'm not driving to Steel City, chances are I'll be knitting because I can't stitch in the car. It makes me feel ill. But I can knit in the car. So yeah. And I will probably, to be honest, I will probably take both these knitting projects with me to Pittsburgh so that I have them in case my eyes are tired at night or early in the morning and I want something else to switch to. And I think that's it. I have no finishes. I had no new starts this week. I can't guarantee that I won't have no new starts next time because I have a retreat coming, and sometimes that just needs a new start. I hope you guys have enjoyed what I've shown you. Please consider, if you're not subscribed, to subscribe. I really appreciate it. I value the fact that you all come back and keep watching. I love interacting with you on the comments. The last video I was not able to respond to a whole lot, but I hope I gave everybody a heart on their comment. I did not have time to respond, so forgive me for that. But life is life, and it is what it is, and I just want us to enjoy our craft together. So, everybody take care. I'll see you next time, and hopefully next time I'll be able to show you pictures of retreat. Have a great Sunday. Bye, guys.